the existing park permit type of language, does your department have records of complaints that have arisen with respect to tour operators and I guess any types of commercial operators who have been reported to be violating their permits, both from the Parks Department perspective and from Honolulu Police Department's perspective?
Yeah, first of all, we haven't issued any permits for the tour bus operators. So, that's basically what's happened. So we haven't issued any permits because we wouldn't, because according to the permit, we issue permits for photographers, for picnics, and those type of things.
Okay, I guess the sample that we have before us is for a particular tour operator. And on the permit itself, it does exclude certain parks.
Right.
So I guess my
we
question
are aware
would,
of that.
Okay, my question would be if there are permit holders around whom your department has received complaints, what records does the department have
So
that
if we
would identify the instances of sort of the bad apples who seem to be, we don't really know how large that number is or whether it's a small group of consistent outliers. We don't know whether it's all of the operators are operating in, a poor manner. I'm just trying to get a sense of, what information your department and the police department have.
Okay.
As far as the Honolulu Police Department, we enforce the ordinance as it stands right now. I had talked to Michelle Nakota on the side with regard to this particular permit. So if we suspected a tour operator not following that permit, we would document a case and refer it to her department, and then they can pull the permit if there is a violation of such. But as it stands right now, we only enforce what's in ordinance right now.
Okay, so
That doesn't include what the permit is stating. That's not enforceable by us.
okay, so if people complain and contact HPD in instances where they've either observed or identified instances in which they believe either the person who has a permit is in a location that is not allowed under that permit, or if they've identified people who do not appear to have a permit, do you have any records of the numbers of reports that you have received in those kinds of instances?
With regard to, like she just said, that she hasn't issued any permits, so as far as the Honolulu Police Department is concerned, we're only addressing what's in ordinance right now as far as commercial activity. We do it at Kailua Beach Park, Kalama, because it's stated in the ordinance. If we were to get a complaint, we would address it. If it's a 911 call, we'd send an officer would investigate. And if they are violating such permit, then we would document and we'd refer it to Department of Parks and Recreation to somehow take action with regard to the issued permit. But apparently there's no permit that was issued to a tour company, so there's not really much we can do as far as that is concerned.
Do you have any records, I guess, of the numbers of complaints that HPD has received regarding either people who have not been in locations that are allowed by permit, or for operators that residents believe are do not have permits? I mean, do you have a...
I don't have that information now, but I can research it and get it for you.
Thank you. And for Director Nakota, the bill proposes to include Bellowsfield Beach Park as one of the areas that is completely off limits. What is the extent of your department's jurisdiction over that park?
The